Welcome back to the channel, everyone, where today we're going to dive into what may be best fit for you. Is it a local builder or is it one of the big box builders? And there's some differences between both of those, and we just want to dive into it for you a little bit more so you can understand what that looks like. And what that means is local builder is probably going to be someone that's local to the community, maybe more into customized builds or personalized builds, or you may be looking to move into a new construction home, potentially with an HOA. And what that means is you're going to pay a little bit of a fee for some grounds maintenance. There may be a community pool, some of those types of things involved with that type of a build. And there are pros and cons to both. So today we just wanted to discuss some of those pros and cons with you to see what might be the best fit for your next project. Is it going to be a local builder or is it going to be one of the big box builders? Let's dive into it. First, let's talk a little bit more about what we mean when we say a local builder. And when we're talking about a local builder, we're probably talking about an independently owned company. Typically, there are family-run companies, smaller companies, and they do great work with great quality. And often people like to work with that if they want a little bit more increased communication, or they want a little bit more attention on exactly what they're looking for, or a company that's willing to maybe modify a stock plan or a stock layout to a home where, it's kind of what you're looking for, but maybe that wall would be better a little bit over here, or maybe a wall needs to go away altogether. You'll be able to get that type of service with a local builder. And so sometimes that may be the route or option that's best for you so that you get exactly what you're looking for. Now remember, that's totally customized building, and that may come with a little bit additional price tag, not to scare you away. You just have to know, what am I really looking for and what am I willing to pay for that type of a product? Knowing that if you're working with a local builder, have all that customization and everything at your fingertips, could come with a little bit of a premium. But if that's what you're looking for, custom builders, local builders could definitely be the way to go. Second, let's talk about the big box builder, or what may also be known as like a national brand. You can think of a much larger company. They've probably been doing business in your area as well as across the nation for many different years. So they have large crews. They typically develop whole neighborhoods at one time. And what that means is they're going to find a piece of land. They're going to go ahead and put in the roadways, the sidewalks, the lighting poles, things like that. And you're going to be buying more of a turnkey experience overall. So it's a little different from the fully customized home builder, where they may build you a fully customized home in a neighborhood, or you may be looking for some land to build a customized home in it, and they would do that. Well, with the big box builder, you're pretty much going to go into like a turnkey style neighborhood. Oftentimes those neighborhoods have HOAs or home ownership associations and some additional fees associated with that. They could have different amenities included with their homes. So that's some of the things you might think about in a big box builder. But most of the time, they're just going to have, a couple different styles of home that they'll build. Usually, maybe a single story, a two-story, and those are going to be pretty standard. You will be able to select some things, some minimal customization. Usually you'll get an option to select maybe the flooring type or the colors of the kitchen cabinets, or maybe some different types of counters. And so those are all good things. You get some level of customization with a big box builder, but you will not get to the exact specification or customized level as you might get with a local builder. And so those are just some of the things to consider as pros and cons and trade-offs when dealing with a big box builder versus a local builder. So now that we went over the overview of the differences between a local builder and more of a big box builder, let's dive into some of that a little bit more and unpack it further. We'll start with the local builder first. And so with the local builder, some of the pros there are they're probably going to be very intimately familiar with local building codes, with the climate of the area that they're building in. I've seen builders here in the local area that have been doing it for years. Their fathers were doing it, they're doing it after their fathers. Sometimes even the grandfathers were doing it before their fathers. So there is a wealth of knowledge of where they're building, what the areas around are going to become in the future, if for development, or what they look like today for all the different amenities around, say a gym, your shopping, your grocery stores. So just think about that. The local builder is going to have that really in tune feel with the area. And so that's something that puts you at ease and at comfort when you're building with a local builder, that they know what they're talking about, they know where they're building, and they know what's going to be the best suited land and things like that for the home that they're building for you. And as we talked about a little bit before, you might get that fully customized experience with a local builder. So if you're looking to add the additional screened-in porch or sunroom or that chef's kitchen of your dreams, because you're like, man, I'm going to be on the next Top Chef and I need a kitchen to get me there, that local builder is probably going to provide it for you. And so all of those things can be done with a local builder, and it's one of the things that you need to keep in mind on really what you're looking for. Are you trying to build your forever home, your dream home, and you just want every amenity possible inside that home? Then I would highly recommend going with a local builder to get you that total package of customization. Or are you just looking to have a new construction home today that could be built on a fairly predictable timeline? Then maybe going with a big box builder is the way to go. The other thing I wanted to talk about there is, we just touched on it briefly, is timelines. With a local builder, they are managing fewer projects. They don't have huge, massive crews like thousands of people to build homes. So the timeline may be a little bit longer than you might find if you went to a new development where they're putting up homes every single day. Usually with a local builder, you're starting from the ground up. You're starting with some plans, you're gonna find the lot or the land that you wanna build on, and then they're gonna do everything for you from beginning to end. So that process may take a little bit longer than if you already went to an established neighborhood where a new construction builder is building multiple homes, but that's just one of the things to consider. Let's go ahead and focus on big box builders now and some of the good things that they have to offer. And some of the things you want to think about from a big box builder perspective are, they are definitely more predictable. They have set floor plans, they have set timelines that you can move into a new construction home, and that may fit your situation a little bit better. So if you are in a window where you're looking to get into a home, say 30 to 45 days from now, big box builder will probably be able to do that for you. They already have the established floor plans, they have the crews, they know what phase of construction they're in, and they could very possibly already have a home that's already halfway built, and it just needs to put some of the final touches onto it, and then you'll be able to move in that 30 to 45 day time frame. So that's one of the things to consider that they can definitely help you out with. One of the other things to consider when you're using a big box builder is they typically come with a little bit more financing incentives than a local builder. They're building at scale, they're building many homes at one time, and they have different partnerships with different lending companies. So sometimes you can get a really good deal with a big box builder on the incentive side, where they may offer you like some additional incentives for, hey, a credit, say for $20,000 towards finishes, as an example, is something you could potentially get. So if you wanted to upgrade the flooring or you wanted to upgrade the countertops, you could use that credit towards that, and it wouldn't cost you any additional money to purchase that home. The other thing they may be able to offer you are incentives on the loan side. And what that could mean is they could pay maybe some of your closing costs or provide you a buyer credit to be used at your discretion. And so that just helps you in the home buying process, potentially be able to get into that new construction home with little to no money out of pocket. And that's very enticing for many people, and that's something to think about with a big box builder. Often we see people go looking at homes and say, if I could just pick this home up and move it over into this other area, I would love it even more. And so potentially with a big box builder, you could have a little bit of that depending where they're building. They could be in Hampton, they could be in Norfolk, in Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, all the different southern cities that we cover, and you might be able to find that floor plan you're looking for in the right neighborhood, in the right place that you want to live. So to close this out on the comparisons versus the local builder versus the big box builder, it really comes down to what's most important to you. Are you looking for fully customization with a local builder? Or are you looking for a little bit more predictability and speed with a big box builder? Those are decisions that you're going to have to make and determine what best fits your situation. So hopefully you learned a little bit more today, and hopefully the information that we provided is going to help you with your decision if you're looking at new construction on which route should you take, local builder versus big box builder. And if you have more questions, no problem. You can put them down in the comments, or you can feel free to reach out to us anytime, and we're here to help you. The Aulegre real estate team at Iron Valley Real Estate is definitely always out there for their clients, whether it's new construction or it's already a pre-built home that you're looking to move into, we have you covered. And if you're looking to sell a home or know anyone who is, we have you covered on that as well. So ideally, you did learn something today. We added value to your day and what you're looking for in new construction. And if so, we would like you to go ahead and hit the thumbs up, hit the notifications bell, and even subscribe to the channel so you can find more content like this and other content related to real estate in the Hampton Roads area. So until next time, we wish you happy building and hope to see you back on the channel soon.